Nobody wanted to work with CPs. Everybody thought they were lazy and entitled. Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to talk to you about the expectations versus reality of doing the Disney College program. I just finished up my first week working in Disney World, so I'm going to tell you guys what it's like working for Disney. And if you're doing the Disney College program, you should definitely watch this video because I'm sure that you have a lot of the same expectations that I did about coming to Disney and working. So that's why I'm making this video for you guys so you can see what it's going to be like when you get here for your Disney College program. So one of the first expectations that I had was that it would be really easy to make friends. And that's not true. Probably mainly it's because I'm living off Disney and I'm not surrounded by a lot of other CPs all the time, so it's hard for me to meet other people. And a lot of people, when they're going out, they do things with their roommates. So for me, it's been hard just meeting people. But in my location, I've met so many other CPs. Like every other CP that I work with, like I'm friends with. So that's been really good. But other than the people that I work with, it's been hard to make friends just because I don't ever see anybody else. So that's definitely one con to living off property, which I'm going to make another video about that later. But that's been, that was something that I thought that I would just get down here and meet a ton of people, and it doesn't happen that way. It's a little bit harder than I thought it would be. Another one of my expectations was that it would be easy to vlog. Like I thought I would just wake up every day and the sun would be shining and I could go to Magic Kingdom and vlog all day. And that's just not how it is. Like you have to drive to the parks, you have to get ready, you have training, you have all these other things going on, and it's not as easy as it sounds. It's definitely something that I still want to do and I'm going to do, but it's not as easy as I thought it would be or as it seems in other people's videos. So that's something that I thought it would just come naturally. It would just be something that I could do whenever I felt like it, but it's something that you actually have to take time for. So I definitely wasn't expecting it to be as time consuming as it is. Another one of my expectations, and I'm sure everyone has the same expectation, is that you'll be able to go to the parks every day. And if you do, then I applaud you, but that is so false. I work 5 days a week. I had 1 day off after traditions, and then I started training and working. I have 2 days off a week, and those 2 days I'm so tired that it's literally hard to go to the parks. Like, because you work until like midnight for most nights, and I mean, that's something that I was expecting. Like, I came to Disney to work. I didn't come to go to the parks for free, so I knew that I would be working. But if you want to go to the parks, like, you have to make time for it. You have to plan ahead. If you go in at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, go in the mornings. Like, I just thought that I would be able to wake up and go to the parks, but you're working so much that if you want to go to the parks, you're going to have to go to the parks and work on the same days. Like, you have to go in the morning and work at night, or vice versa, because if you just go home and don't do anything on your days that you work, you're going to miss out on so much of your program. And like, today's one of my days off, so I've already been at Magic Kingdom. I'm about to go to Epcot tonight. So those are just things that you have to do if you want to make the most out of it. You have to, when you have time, you have to use your time wisely. Another one of my expectations for the Disney College program is that I would be broke. Because a lot of people say that the CP wages are low and that they, get money taken out of the check for housing and that kind of thing. And everyone says that CPs are broke. So I haven't really noticed that. Like, I work a lot of hours. I don't spend all my money as soon as I get it. So I thought I would just come in and be like drained completely of money, but it really hasn't been so bad so far. And I think that's just an assumption I had because everyone, has said things about how hard it was for them to save money during their DCP. And I think if you just come in with a mindset of, I'm not going to spend money the second I have it, then you'll be fine. It's not as hard as it sounds, and it's not as hard as everyone makes it seem. Another expectation that I had is that everyone hated CPs. I always heard that CPs were the bottom of the food chain. Like, Nobody wanted to work with CPs. Everybody thought they were lazy and entitled. And so when I came here, I was really nervous because I thought all the full-time and part-time employees were gonna just hate us. Like, I thought that I just wouldn't have any friends other than people in the college program. And that's so not true. Oh my goodness, that is so not true. So I think that a lot of it is probably attitude. So I don't know if I haven't met anybody with attitude who is in the college program, but they might just, that stereotype might be referring to people who do come in here and act like they shouldn't have to close at midnight on a Saturday night, or like they're too good to work extra magic hours, because I can see how that would get annoying, because CPs aren't the only people who have to work those hours. There's full-time and part-time employees right next to us. I think that might be where all the full-time, part-time people hate CPs comes from, is that they get annoyed when we complain about having to work crazy hours, because that's just the reality of working for Disney, is that you have to work crazy hours because Disney, has all kinds of different offers for its guests, and that's part of it. We knew it when we came into it, and I haven't met anybody that I don't like. Full-time, part-time, college program, and I think I'm really lucky because my location's honestly just really great. So maybe I'm only speaking for my location, but from what I've gathered from the people I do know, everyone kind of thinks the same thing. Nobody's really been mean to them in their locations. I thought we were gonna get like bullied or something, and that's so not true. One of my other expectations was that I would probably cry a lot my first week and would get yelled at by guests, and that's something that was not true also. So I get really nervous when I'm doing things that are new. So I was nervous about training for my role, and I was scared to mess up and get yelled at by a guest, because I've been to Disney a lot of times and I've seen guests yell at other employees, and I was really scared that that would happen to me. And I'm not saying that it won't happen to me in the future, but so far it hasn't happened. Like, I thought I would just be getting screamed at every day, and that's not true, which is really great because I appreciate not getting yelled at, because most of the time it's not our fault anyways. It's not the guest's fault either. It's nobody's fault when something goes wrong. So, or it was just purely an accident. So I'm glad I haven't gotten yelled at yet. And I did actually get a cast compliment, and I'm so excited for that. The person who gave it to me was the nicest person ever, and I was so happy that we could help them and get them what they needed. So I'm not going to go into too much detail about it, but I got a cast compliment and it made my entire program. Like, I don't know if I'm ever going to have something that's more special than that. So I didn't get yelled at, but I got complimented. So that was a good expectation versus reality, I guess, because the other ones are kind of like not so great, like not getting to go to the parks enough or training a lot, those kinds of things. So okay, so my final expectation that I had for the Disney College program was being homesick a lot. And while I do miss home and I do miss my family, I think that Disney was one of the best decisions I could have made. I know it's for such a short time anyways, so I'm just making the most of it while I'm here. And I'm not as homesick as I thought I would be. And from a lot of the people I've talked to, it's been the same kind of thing, that they thought they would be really homesick and they're not. So that's good. So don't worry about being homesick if you want to apply for the Disney College program. Just come here to Orlando and we'll be your family. And this is just such a great opportunity. So I think it's so short that there's not really time to miss home, because you're just trying to take all of this in. You're busy working, you're busy trying to go to the parks, you're busy trying to make friends. So those are some of my expectation versus realities of the Disney College program, and hopefully this video is helpful to you if you're thinking about doing the Disney College program, or you just got accepted and are waiting to come to Disney World. So that's all that I have for this video, and I'll see you guys real soon.